Hey everyone, good morning. It is April 5th, Monday, 11:32 a.m. Mountain Time. Again, coming from my little corner of my office. It is convenient and it does produce a little shiny spot on my bald head, but that's okay. It's just for time's sake, just way more convenient. Hey, I want to talk about just charts on all the major altcoins. Of course, we'll go through Bitcoin because Bitcoin affects everything, the performance of Bitcoin and what it's doing. So we're going to get into that. So if you do like these videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm 15 away from my first goal of 100 subscribers. So again, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, let's get right into it. I'm kind of winging it today. I did go over some charts before this, but for some reason I bring up TradingView and I can't get the charts to load and I can't get the drop down to happen. So, I mean, this is all it does. So I can't get the real-time charts to load, or the detailed charts to load. So for some reason this one's working. So I'm gonna keep using this one. And anyways, getting right into it, something we talk about pretty much every video is the Bitcoin dominance chart. We've been talking about this since like early February, and it looks like, maybe this was a lower shoulder over here. It's like a sloppy head and shoulders, but it did break down, and we are breaking support again. And this is a pretty important level of support. If you look at this, it comes all the way back to May and June 2019, and we broke it pretty quickly, pretty easily. We bounced back up above it, but it did crack it. So we'll see how that plays out, because Bitcoin did start moving back up towards 60,000 a little bit since the little kind of fade over the weekend. And Michael Saylor bought more. So what are we looking at next? Obviously, there's a little bit of support right here. There's going to be maybe some smaller support areas too, but for the major areas, we're looking there around 54% and then 52%, and we're a long ways away, but again, we're looking hopefully to come down to this 36% area, and that would mean altcoins just went nuts. And right now what you're seeing is, you got a lot of the really low cap alts took a little bit of run, especially like the pre-sales, and pulled some of this stuff up. We'll get back into Siacoin. I want to go over more of the major ones today, but if you look at these runs, I mean, you got WRX went 843%. Good for you if you were in that. That's awesome. Probably even higher from the pre-sale, if you got in on the pre-sale. And Wink, never heard of that. That was probably another pre-sale. I mean, this probably 100 times, probably 10,000% from the pre-sale. I think I was looking at it. I think it went up 150x at one point. Tron 115% in the last 7 days. Even Filecoin is still up 40% for the week, even though it had that big pullback from about the 240, 235 area down to about 160. Still looking strong, but from the last video is, who knows? I was saying it could go to 300, but I would not suggest buying it here. It was in the 90s on the RSI, but you could see some of these gains here, just really, really, really big. In the last 24 hours, stacks, that had to have been a pre-sale, a new launch. Tronics, 19%, and sitting at about just over 13.5 cents. Let's get back into the charts, though. And it looks like that money's flowing more into the higher cap alts. You've seen XRP has ran about, 40%, maybe? Is that on here? Was that on here? XRP, 34%, about 50, almost 50% in for the week. And I did take a little off the table on my XRP position. I got in a trade this weekend. Anyways, go over all of that. But anyways, let's start with that's what we're watching with the Bitcoin dominance chart. So now let's go into the futures first, just so we could see. And you can see that no gap was created. We do have this gap here still from the previous week, though. So keep an eye on that if we do get a sell-off. It's not looking incredibly likely. It could happen. But again, this one on the 24th didn't fill. And it kept running. So we'll see how that plays out on the futures chart. Every weekend I try and watch that. And let's see, let's go to the altcoin market, and then we'll go into Bitcoin and work our way down. So we have the altcoin market cap reaching new all-time highs again by a lot. We're at $817 billion. I would suspect a little resistance around the 1 trillion market cap for altcoins. That would bring Bitcoin market cap down to about 50%. That would be some significant gains in altcoins. And remember, it trickles its way down. So you start with Bitcoin, it has its run. You go with Ethereum, Litecoin, Binance Coin, Cardano, DOT, bigger ones, and then it'll trickle its way down until finally you'll have those huge, if it works the same way, which I suspect it will. It always has. So I'm going to kind of expect that it continues to. Whoops, that's not the right chart. Go to crypto. Anyways, just wanted to take a look at that. I would expect a little resistance on the at the 1 trillion market cap. That's not it. Here we go. Where's all my crazy lines at? Okay, so let's extend this out a little bit. I did look at this a little earlier. Okay, so we did break out, right? And we're holding this breakout, and we're holding in this little channel, right? Because look, we broke down below it, but we went right back into it. We held in here for 4 days in a row after this close, and about 60,000 down to about 58.1, 58.2. So really tight channel here. Not that this is going to be crucial to hold inside of this, but I just like this resistance level, which is now support because this is a previous high here. And you can see we got rejected here a couple times. A couple times more here, once here. So it is a pretty nice level to look at. We still have these trend lines right here. I'll click on this so you can see it better. And I didn't expect this really to bounce back into this trend line, and it looks like we're kind of following the bottom end of it. And if we shoot up here, we have the trend line from these tops. I'd watch for a new all-time high first. I'm not going to throw a resistance line here just because it's already cluttered chart. So I'm not going to throw one there, but just watch that all-time high. Watch this level here where we got rejected once, twice, 3, 4, almost 5, I'd say, 5 times. So watch that level. I'd put it right about $60,055. That's where I'd watch, and then I'd watch the all-time high. And then we break out from there. I'd watch this channel. I will extend it out. Delete this. Get in the way. I'll extend it out a little bit so we can make our best guess. Some people, Fibonacci levels work really well, but if we, next week or so, it could be about 66, 67,000 if we break to the upside. And I think alts will follow it then since they're moving really strong. So even at a 57%, we can still see a really strong move for altcoins. Okay, let's get into Ethereum. Just going to keep it really simple, really quick. Ethereum US dollar. Ethereum broke out, right? So we were in this little pennant here, and we broke out, and now we have a new support level. Got that. Since it's not, it's only 4 days, let's watch a little shorter time frame, and you can see resistance, support. So we're watching this level around 1982, and the next breakout point would be this trend line and new all-time highs. So it's looking pretty strong, holding 2100. It did dip below 2000 after reaching a high of 2145, dropped down to 1980, so not bad. They always drop it just a little bit below where you think it's going to go. So, maybe another small support point here. And yeah, so Ethereum, that's what, I'm watching. The 4 hours probably better to watch right now. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. If you want a little longer time frame, you can look at the 1 hour. It's just only 4 days into this breakout. Well, 6 counting the actual break, but where we held these levels, only 4 days. So probably better to watch shorter time frame. So let's look at some of the more major alts. We'll start with Litecoin, which is actually just breaking out. I was just saying how unimpressed I am with it, that it was just let's see, where is the US dollar? I don't want to use Kraken. Let's see, here it is, Coinbase. So you could see it's breaking out. Last time it threatened to, and it didn't hold, so I'll look to break this previous breakout level, and then we'll watch. I could draw lines here if you want, but level 1, level 2, all-time high, and we'll see what it does. I've been unimpressed with it. Just everything's breaking out, and it got rejected here, and I was expecting it to come down back to this trend line here. Right, clean that up a little bit, about right there, and maybe it won't. Hopefully it doesn't. I have a little bit of Litecoin. I'm just unimpressed with it. I'm not super impressed with Litecoin as a project, but okay, let's go and do Polkadot. Polkadot had its breakout first, it seemed like, before. Was this the chart? Yeah, it's not on Coinbase yet. So Polkadot had its breakout first. So you can see kind of same time Ethereum did, actually. So it broke out to new all-time highs, and it's holding above that. We'll watch what it does there. I'd watch the support at, I'd watch it around the all-time high, maybe slightly lower than the all-time high. I'd watch support there, and probably around this level right here. Like I said, I wouldn't say I'm winging it. I was looking at these earlier, but at the same time, charts wouldn't pull up. So I'm like, well, let's just do a video. So yeah, maybe right there. If it does break the all-time high, which is only one candle, I'd watch more here at a high of $40.70. It did already come down to that twice, so may not see that as long as we stay bullish. Which everything is incredibly bullish right now. Could change on a dime, but everything's bullish right now. Okay, Link, another one that, man, when is it? I guess it did kind of have its day earlier than most of them, where it ran from like $4 to like $20, but maybe I pulled up the wrong. But we did have a breakout. I'm going to draw another one from right here. This seems to make a little more sense. Yeah. Where we like threatened breakout here, got rejected, and now we're breaking out again. So looking a lot better than it was. If we're above support here, if we can get above this right here, yeah, like that right here. Rejection. So yeah, if we can close above here close above here today and then close above here tomorrow, that would be really nice. That's what I would like to see for sure. Because you see we broke above here for a day and then we didn't hold it. We broke down. It looks like we held it right on there. We held it right on there, but then broke down the next day. So yeah, I don't want to see this support hold for a few days. Unless we just break out all of a sudden, then that would be really nice too. But if we're sitting around these levels, I want to see this support level hold. Into the next one, XRP. XRP's been a monster. It's hard to trust XRP. It's hard to trust XRP because I got back into crypto in October. Well, aside from Bitcoin, which I bought at 3,900 and sold at 4,900, that's a whole nother level of disappointment. But I got back in slightly above 10,000. And anyways, XRP, we had this right here, right up to 75 here. I think I went up to like 84. Maybe this was it. 78 here. This had to be it. November, right? December. I remember it was around Christmas time. Anyways, and I want to say it was right around Christmas time that, yeah, this SEC thing came out. Maybe it was this. Yeah, and I lost like $25,000 in a couple days. Yeah, I think I sold it when it broke right here. But anyways, it was, yeah, I was up really good on it, and then I ended up net like -10. So pretty nice loss. I didn't care to get back into XRP, but when you started looking at this, recovery here, and it was holding, I been in and out just because I still don't trust it. Been in and out of it. I took a little bit of profits around 84 up here, just because, number one, what we're looking at here, what I'm looking at is RSI levels. I don't like to use RSI as a buy indicator, but I do like to use it as a sell indicator. 93. The reason I didn't sell it all is because it has gotten up to these levels on the RSI, where it does have crazy runs. The reason I took a little is because it has sold off at these 80 levels, right? Even lower. We've broken out past these levels, which is good. And then we've also had this one right here around 81, which we haven't broken out past. So I took a little bit. Hopefully it goes longer, but I would be really looking to sell it if it got up to this like 92 level, kind of like Filecoin did. It went parabolic up to like 92 on the RSI. Stocks, penny stocks, I seen them get to like 97, 98. I remember Minerco Resources, scam penny stock back in the day, went that high. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at with XRP. We come down, not a whole lot of strong support, so it's smart to be tight with your stop losses. Maybe it hits this trend line. I do have a stop loss on XRP because it has burned me in the past, and I've given back gains. But next one, TRX Tronics, has had a really nice run. I think I used Binance. Did I use this one? Anyways, I'm not going to get really too into charting this. You can see it's had a really significant run. I sold all of it. If it goes higher, it goes higher. TRX, another one. This was probably one of my better, not one of my better trades. One of my better unrealized gains in my life. Probably top 3 to 5, and I put $15,000 into it. It turned into about $105,000. It went up to 31 cents. And it was on Binance. So strange that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, look at that. Went up to 35 cents. And just short story, had my finger on the mouse button, on the sell button, on 31 cents. I was up like 700 or 800%. I was on the phone with my brother talking about it, who's not really a trader, but he's invested in Bitcoin, and he invests. He's Penn Gaming. He's done well on Neo. He got in with me early. Anyways, yeah, I was talking. He's like, well, it's going to go to $1, and every time you've sold, you've had to buy back higher. And he convinced me, and I didn't sell. And then I got into this wicked, vicious cycle of buying high, selling low until I was up like $5,000, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that's just how it happened. It could happen that easy. You get into this mental game, and I wasn't as experienced with crypto. I've definitely become a better trader since. The first 8 years of my 14 years probably were the slowest learning curve. But anyways, I just look at these RSI levels. It really doesn't make it past this. So I don't know. I kind of expect to pull back in this. Maybe it goes higher because, it made it, yeah, look at that, 98 RSI. 98. And that was before the big run. The big run, it only went to 92. But, yeah, it might be worth holding a little, but I was in a 0.089, so I'm good with that. Anyways, monster run for that. Just going right down the list that I have it set up on my watch list. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, I can look at 1 inch. I don't think I've ever pulled up this chart on TradingView. Anyways, you know how I feel about Uniswap. So the Uniswap will probably go up. It probably will, but I hate them. Anyways, we're looking at something like that. It's breaking out. Even if you extend the chart to here. Yeah, let's do that. Breaking out. So we'll see how that follows. Back up over 5. It went down, man, on that sell-off. Look at those support levels. Really nice support right there. 354 level, but we went down to almost $4. So let's, it's held that a couple times. Let's put that, let's bring it back here, because you can see we had some closes and opens right below this level. So nice breakout there, clean break. Let's see how it goes from here. A little lower cap than these ones I've been talking about, so it could be trickling down to there. Next, let's look at Bitcoin Cash. This is one I really think can make a really big move, and we talked about this in the last video, because you look at the 1 month, kind of skewed. I'd expect more on the major end. I'm not saying like this is going to happen on the major end, something like this, to about 1843. Yeah, I would be even looking at this first, 776. Let's focus on that before we get too crazy, right? But I could see it doing that, but it was kind of skewed, because this was the time when Coinbase was, anytime something got a listing, it go up like 500%. So it got a listing on Coinbase, and on Coinbase it actually hit like 8,500 or something like that. Here it was 4,290, but on Coinbase it was crashing, so you couldn't buy it or sell it anyways. I feel really bad for the people that bought it at 8,500. But yeah, this is kind of skewed, but you look at that, it reminds me of Filecoin a little bit, where it had this start where it was like, let's go to the weekly, because Filecoin happened a little quicker. That just means there was more accumulation for Bitcoin. But actually, let's go to the daily, so you see a little more room. Look at that. It had that, I don't know what happened there, but it was as high as 430. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what that's all about. And then you had this long accumulation, and boom, that's what Bitcoin Cash reminds me of. Anyways, moving on, let's look at Uniswap, right? Because it's not like it's a bad performer. It's a great performer. Actually, looks a little toppy there. You got maybe a shoulder here, maybe a head here, maybe a shoulder here. But I think the big news was that version 3. And the problem with Uniswap is the Ethereum gas fees. So, and Binance Smart Chain took a lot of their business away. And the other thing I don't like, even with 1 inch, I don't like that you can't see a bid and an ask, that you're just swapping. I like to know what I'm buying for. So I generally use these for the lower cap alts, and if I can get on like KuCoin or something, if you're not in the US, you could use Binance. If you're in the US, you could use Binance, Coinbase. But yeah, I'm not really going to look at this too much. Looking maybe a little sloppy head and shoulder-ish. Anyways, if it was 1 point here and as opposed to 2, double top into head and shoulders. Yeah, I don't care if I miss this one. I just I can't trade something that I'm emotional. It's like betting on your own football team. I can't bet on Ohio State because I always want them to win. So I can't bet on the Browns. Well, normally they lose except for last year anyway. So let's keep moving down. Uniswap. I could look at Utrust, too small cap. Let's look at Cardano. And there is one altcoin. It's been so frustrating, but I really think it's going to move. I just think everybody's trying to pump it. So anyways, looking at Cardano, don't really want to look at the Coinbase chart. Let's look at Binance chart. It's just been in this consolidation. I had a better chart on this, I feel like. Is this it? That's the one I just had pulled up. I have a Tetherus one. Tether chart. Just want to I had some lines, not many, but yeah, here we go. Okay, so we are in like all-time high territory. You've seen a couple shots up into the 140s. So, last video I talked about this consolidation range. This can go on for a while. I'm in Cardano. I bought it at $1.20, so kind of high to buy it at, but I'm looking at where it held here, this support level within this range here, within these trend lines here. I wouldn't quite call that a pennant. You could, but it's not really. I guess just because I have this, I guess you can call it a pennant, but I'm not going from the highs. If you're going from the highs, it's too steep and it's showing a breakout and it's not really what's happening. So anyways, you have this rejection. support. You got a rejection here. You got a break and a rejection, and then you got support. So I'm watching this level. This is a really key level of around $1.15, slightly over $1.15. And then here's our short-term breakout, right? And then I wouldn't expect, I don't know, Cardano's going to have its day. It's better than Ethereum, right? It's faster, it's cheaper, but they don't have the network effect because they don't have smart contracts. So that's supposed to come out in August. So you got a ways to go, and maybe like a longer term swing trade. I worry about longer term just because the whole market can, be done in a day. But you could always move your stop losses up as this moves up. So I do like it longer term, and they get their smart contracts rolled out and going in August. That'll be really significant just because it is faster, it is cheaper. Charles Hoskinson was an originally creator of Ethereum. He is smart guy, billions going into this to get this thing going. So really like this. I'd probably look for resistance slightly above $1.40. If we break this shorter term trend line, maybe around $1.40, $1.45-ish. Breaks all-time highs, that'd be great. I will hold a little bit of this. And then did want to talk about Phantom, and I'm not going to cover everything. The majors are moving, like Binance Coin. I'll go into CoinGecko and Phantom. This thing is, it just seems so ready. I thought I had a chart pulled up, but it's just been kind of ranging between here. But one nice thing that you have, how do you draw just a horizontal line on here? You got this. Nope, don't want that. Let me see if I can't figure this out. Let me just do this brush here. You got like this right here. I don't want a curved line. This right here, this right here. You got like an inverse head and shoulders here, so it's looking nice. RSI is nice and low. Volume's been steady after it kind of had its sell-off. And let's see what kind of lines we could draw here. It wouldn't make sense to come from here, right? That would look kind of ridiculous. So let's not do that. We got some. I'd go right here, and then I'd extend it out. So yeah, I'd look for it to break that trend line first. I'd look for it to break that, but it's looking promising. Might see a rejection here, pull back again down here, and then come up. But I'd watch for some volume to come in. We have 6 hours left in the day, so we are at, where does it even say the volume? Volume is 94.6 million. If we could get over this, yeah, we're not going to break that. 168, 169 million, that'd be nice. With a break of this, that'd be really nice. Looks like we're picking up. Oh yeah, look at that volume picking up in the last half hour. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Yeah, look at that volume bar. Wow. What happened there? Get on a YouTube channel? 17 million in volume, almost 18 million in volume. That's nice. 45. So yeah, been frustrating. Hopefully we get a breakout. Anyways, that's all that I wanted to talk about. I don't want to go over everything, but that the major altcoins are the ones seeing the run. Binance Coin up 38% for the week. Ethereum over 2,100. XRP's got a run. Uniswap up 10%. Litecoin 17%. Chainlink even moving 19%. Bitcoin Cash 24%. Filecoin 40%. That's a little skewed. Stellar Lumens, I haven't looked at that one in a while, 25%. Tron 119% in a week. BitTorrent 242% in a week, and that's at a penny. Dogecoin even took that little shot up. VE Chain, I don't talk about that one enough. I apologize because that is a really phenomenal cryptocurrency. EOS, Solana, one thing to keep an eye on. One thing I would keep an eye on just before I close the video out is Neo. Take a look at Neo. Neo is one of the ones. I'll pull that up. This will be where we'll end on Neo. That was one of those ones. That was one of the biggest movers back in 2017. Let's go to the 1 month. And wow, that's come up. I didn't know it's moved up that much already. Last I was looking at it was it was like January, December, and it was back in the $16. But this, I want to say, went to like 400. Did it not? What exchange was it on first? Anyways, I feel like this was one of the biggest movers. Let's see. Well, they're all showing the same chart. I wanted to say this went from like under $1 to like, maybe it was $200. I want to say it was like in the 20-cent area, or the 1 cent area even, and it went to 200. This is one of the biggest movers next to IOTA. Anyways, it's moving. Kind of a similar look to Bitcoin Cash. It had its high, and it just tanked, sold off, made new lows, and it accumulated for months and months and months and months, and now it's moving back up. I don't know. Just gives me stronger opinion on Bitcoin Cash. So, anyways, everybody have a great day. Hope you all had a happy Easter. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it if you've been watching these videos. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know which ones that I missed, even though I know there's probably 50 of them. We'd be here all day if I went over everything, but maybe I'll live stream one day if I get enough followers. I mean, 80 followers, I'll probably get like 5 or 10 on the live stream. So, but that would be fun, I think. And again, hit that like and subscribe. There is a 30-day free trial for Stock Market Mentor. We have a growing community, a lot of good ideas coming from our members. And yeah, Filecoin at low $20, had Polkadot at $5. We had, what else? I mean, mentions of Cardano at 35-40 cents. Just lots of others. Talked about XRP and TRX over the weekend in there, and mentioned it. And just more eyes on it, the better. You know, it's hard to have your eyes on 6,500 cryptocurrencies. So if you got somebody saying, you know, watching one that you're not, lets you know that it's breaking out or that it's coming down to support, just why not? 30 days free, no risk. So anyways, have a great day, have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.